Ben, after the disappointment of last week's performance and result, how important was it to come out with a positive game today?
Yeah, it's always disappointing when you don't start the season the way you wanted. Much to surprise us, I think, and we were probably a little bit naive going into that fixture thinking it would just happen. And there's no such thing as an easy game in the Premiership now, so we got a bit of a shock. We had to take a hard look at ourselves and managed to get things rolling and got the bonus point win that we're looking for here.
What changed at half time? Because it looked a little bit like it was in danger of just slipping away a bit at the break.
Again, I think we just took off the accelerator, making mistakes on mistakes, doubling up on penalties, poor clearance, poor kick exits from us, allowed them to get back in the game. And Newcastle are a good outfit, and if you give them opportunities, especially every team in the Premiership now has a quality goal kicker, and if you give penalties in silly areas, they're going to punish you. And they clawed their way back into the game, but luckily, like you said, we had a stern word at half time, switched things around, focus, got a bit more clinical and a bit more expansive really, and took our chances when they arose.
Was it a case of playing the conditions as well, because you seemed to stick the ball at the jumper and then chances seemed to come behind?
Yeah, you've got to play conditions. It's part of playing rugby, when it's wet and slippy, put the grubbers in behind, playing territory, make the teams play from deep and hopefully force a mistake and from the turnovers then take your chances. But I just think that we were a lot more clinical, we went around the corner a lot better, carried the ball a lot harder, with the fixed plays, instead of using Luther all the time, doing it with the middle, we used him as a bit of a decoy which created space that wide for guys like me, Future and Kenny, and we could cause the defence a bit more problems, and we realised that in the second half, and like I said, we played in the right areas of the field and took our chances when they came.
Easy to forget that Saints lost their first away game of last season and then responded well. Obviously the season didn't go too badly after that. Has that been a message at any point this week?
The good thing is it was the first game of the season, it wasn't the last, so we always get that opportunity to write things. It was a bit of a wake-up call to us. It's always probably a good thing to happen to you early on in the season, so it was obviously disappointing. It wasn't really the result we were looking for and the performance we were looking for. I think that obviously we nearly got out of jail as well, which probably would have been a bad thing for us because it means that we could just sort of forget about it, wipe it clean and move on. But I think you learn the hard lessons from defeats like that. So we looked at ourselves hard during the week, looked at the areas we need to fix up. We knew Newcastle would come here and play some good rugby, so just glad to get the performance in, a good win and a bonus point and get the season off to a winning start at home.
Just a quick word on your own performance. Obviously you had that disappointing layoff at the end of last season, but do you feel you've come back fresh and firing?
Layoff, I like that. Yeah, I do. I spent a lot of. I didn't really get much of a summer. I was doing rehab and things like that. Lucky enough to go to Philadelphia. Saints in England sent me there to see Bill Knowles, so I did some good stuff with him. And I feel really good now. I feel ready to roll. Obviously getting on a bit, so no spring chicken, but got to look after my body a little bit throughout the season. But hopefully I can have a clean season, stay fit, and put in some good performances.